Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Did you call him a child? Did you call the child word?
This is insane. This is insane.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
If that's what he's gonna act. That's
White people.
And this story has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
Did you call him a child? Did you call the child word? It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
You'll go digging through people's you dumb.
Nobody digging to
A little kid just did, you dumb.
little kid. You call him
Yeah.
a little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old a word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know that's a hate speech, and you can be recorded for that.
I don't give
Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
Seeing is believing. I have never seen anybody be racist to a child on the spectrum of autism. Today, this is her.
So we were able to hear that, right? And you had the African man speak on the fact that, hey, you know, kids happen to go directly to the park, so he knows the kid, and he was specifically telling the woman, he was like, yo, why would you say something like that to a child? Why would you call or refer to a child in that way, right? Why would you perform those actions? She says she doesn't care, and he was trying to sit up there and steal from my child and da-da-da-da, all this other type of stuff. And he was like, yo, the kid is autistic. A lot of kids, especially if they're higher up on the spectrum, they don't, like, the way that they work is vastly different. So their perception of things, if they just so happen to see something they want to pick up, they're going to pick it up. If they see something they want to put down, they're going to put it down. They see something they want to eat, they're going to want to sit up there and eat it, right? If they're feeling a certain type of way, the way that they express themselves is vastly different versus a child who is not specifically on the spectrum. And you can clearly see from her white perspective that she lacks any type of sympathy and or empathy for the situation, because in general, she doesn't care. What is she? Fair-skinned, blonde hair, and more than likely, maybe let's say just throw blue eyes directly in there, right? That's the clear cut, you know, thing that they always like to praise. And she, again, just does not care. She wants to act as racist as all get out. And she's doing this, mind you, she's doing this in front of her child.
White women are the biggest hindrance to moving racial equality forward because we have more influence over the raising of our children than anybody else, and white supremacy grows in our homes. And we are the ones teaching our children if only they would behave this way, speak this way, or dress this way, maybe they would have equality. And I will not argue this with anyone.
I feel like that woman's clip, for years I've been using it, that sums up everything. Anytime I happen to see white women out here with their kids or around their kids and they want to act in this type of way, this sums everything up. And this goes back into a lot of things that I've stated before, where it is that white women are the ones that are the in-house teachers when it deals with the racism and the supremacy directly out there. Again, she's doing this in front of her child. She's doing this openly directly at a playground. She's doing this openly directly towards a black autistic child. Again, she does not care. She's telling this, she is teaching this, she is being a prime example of what it is that black people in the United States have always talked about.
Here comes a new challenger.
And this is where we get into the rest of the clown work. So we can clearly see the comments directly in front of us at this moment in time. One person said, are you going to mention how the black kid was stealing her kid's toys? No. Yeah. Didn't think so. Context usually destroys every narrative you people, again, the you people, have. Maybe if the black kid wasn't giving into his natural instincts of stealing things, it wouldn't have happened.
Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like,
another person said, he's autistic. He's incompetent to stand trial. If they can't behave, we shouldn't have to deal with them.
This is fun, bro. I love negativity, man. Oh my God.
Another person said, what we're seeing is typical deflection by blacks who lack any sense of personal accountability by obsessing over the woman using the word yawn. So nobody asks the pertinent question as to why a child with a disability is unsupervised by his black mother and father.
You believe that?
Another one. Whites are tired of blacks stealing from them. No reason to do that to a child, but whites are getting to their breaking point. It is insane. People are more outraged by the word than blacks systematically murdering and attacking whites nonstop.
I'll call it, you are a loser. Simple. Accept it. Move on.
Next one. She did nothing wrong. The black kid shouldn't be trying to steal a little boy's things. Another one. No mention from anyone about the black child stealing her things. I guess blacks have a problem with context, responsibility, and per capita.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
Next one. When a society calls white folks racist for just existing, don't be surprised when they say expletive it and start getting racist, especially when the ones calling them racist are some of the most racist people. Black folks have fulfilled their own prophecy. Another one. Good on her for defending her child from ungrateful foreigners who don't belong in our civilized society.
Because the white man...
At the end of the day, this is what it looks like. This pretty much sums up a lot of America. You have a lot of white Americans out there that want to go off on a limb and they want to say, well, oh, that's not indicative. All white people aren't racist. You're just looking at a small minority or a group. No. This is the problem, right? Just like how they want to bring up the per capita argument, the exact same thing can be applied here. You have a few of the white people that you may be able to say that, oh, they're different. They're not, like the rest. But then you have the rest of the majority who may not do it openly, but when they have anonymity, you get to see how racist they are. And these are Democrats and Republicans. It don't matter which side of the aisle that you're directly on. This is who it is. Democrat, Republican, Democrat. This is exactly what it is. It doesn't matter. They're going to let you know how it is that they see you, as long as they have a little bit of shadow, right? As long as they have something to mask their appearance so that you can't specifically see who it is that they are. Case in point, like the last video that I brought up to you where the white guy with the all-white family decided that he wanted to take a picture from his Ring doorbell camera or his security cam footage, and he wanted to portray the story as if a 9-year-old black girl was 100% trying to rob him, when all she was doing was going door to door and selling candy. But yet he doubled down directly on the whole situation, and then within that decided to tell people that, oh, I'm trying to get into contact with the parent or the mom so I can get a full understanding of the story. There's nothing to get a full understanding of if you say that you have everything on camera, on footage. There's nothing, right? Matter of fact, let me go to another extent.
2 children home safe after someone tried to kidnap her 2-year-old son.
It happened during a trip to Walmart last week. Channel 2's Aaron Rodgers live now in Ackworth for us at the Walmart on Cobb Parkway. And Aaron, you spoke to that mom tonight.
I did, George and Wendy, and Caroline Miller told me she was taking her 2- and 4-year-old to Walmart to get some last-minute things for an upcoming vacation they had. But that scary encounter, well, it happened right through those doors at the pharmacy.
I'm just glad that he's still home with us.
Thankful. That's how Caroline Miller is feeling after a frightening encounter at this Ackworth Walmart.
But as much as we would love to think it'll never happen, it will and does. And to be prepared for when it does.
She says her kids wanted to ride the motorized wheelchair. They were almost done shopping when she says 56-year-old Mahindra Patel asked for help finding Tylenol.
When I pointed my arm out this way to point it to the direction of where it was, that is when he reached down, put both of his hands on Jude, and grabbed him out of my lap.
She says it happened so fast.
I'm like, oh, what are you doing? He pulled him, I pulled him back. We're tug-of-warring.
She says then he walked off, bought the Tylenol, and left.
We saw him checking out, but before we could really do anything, he was gone.
3 days later, police arrested Patel.
Stranger tried to kidnap her son from a Walmart in Cobb County. The man's attorney agreed to share it with Channel 2's Courtney Francisco because she says it proves he's innocent.
He's talking with people. He's being friendly.
You are getting the first look at how Mahendra Patel's attorney plans to argue he's innocent.
This is a friendly older gentleman who is trying to help people, was asking for help at the Walmart.
While that's happening, an employee helps Patel find the Tylenol. He holds it up as he talks to the mom on his way to the checkout counter.
He's not fleeing, as the police have said. He's not fleeing. He's using his debit card. He's talking with an employee here, paying for it in his own name.
He stops to talk to a worker before leaving, and police arrested Patel days later. Last week, a grand jury indicted him for attempted kidnapping, assault, and battery. He's been in jail nearly a month now. His attorney plans to ask for bond in 3 weeks.
This kidnapping of a minor bell was rung. Once that bell is rung, it's really hard to unring it. It's really hard to get that back and get him a bond.
So like I said before, just with those little bits of pieces, this is how they work. This is how they move. If you look different, if they don't like you, you're automatically going to get the racism directly from them one way or another. Either it's going to be point blank and it's going to be directly in your face, or it's going to be hidden by way of the internet, or it'll be the other extent, third option, where they'll decide that, oh, I'm going to make up a tall tale and a lie, and I'm going to get you arrested and pretty much ruin your life because I have nothing else better to do, because also I feel that you shouldn't be here because I'm initially racist and I'm racist against people who look like you, and I feel that you don't fit or belong directly in this community. Like I said before, people can say whatever it is that they want to try to say. People can try to deflect, but these are all stories directly from this year, from things that took place, from things that happened. Like I said, it is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this story and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.